From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Two Livingston County teenagers on their way to hockey practice when something goes terribly wrong behind the wheel.
Neighbors on alert in 3 communities along Woodward Avenue where there have been a series of break-ins and burglaries.
Many Metro Detroiters just now getting a chance to remove this morning's snow, and now a new round of rather inconvenient winter weather is poised to come our way. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. A lot of folks did not enjoy this morning's commute. It was a mess, and considering how much it was, we've got to prepare for the next round, which is going to be worse.
You're right, but we do get a little break before it arrives. Little is the operative word there, Ben.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kim and Devin. Just enough time to catch our breath before this next and our biggest round of snow of the week starts rolling in. Winter storm watches have been posted for Thursday night and Friday. This is the majority of the area here from Livingston, Oakland, Macomb County, all the way down to the state line. Even though there are some counties that are not within the watch, everybody's going to get accumulating snow, and even in some of these counties that aren't included, you may have as much or more than what you picked up this morning from that snow that we saw for the morning commute. Here's an early look at some of the totals we're expecting for Friday going into Saturday morning, and these are going to range anywhere from about 2.5 to 3 inches in our north zone to close to 8 inches plus down here into the state line. These numbers will change. This is a very dynamic storm. It's a long-lasting storm, so our forecast tomorrow is probably going to be different than what we've got out there today, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, we're dry right now. Snow begins as we get into just past midnight tomorrow night and then stretches almost 24 hours through the day on Friday. That 3 to 8 inches is what we're looking at. Not only one, but both commutes are going to be impacted. We'll talk more about that and another round of snow for Saturday coming up in a few minutes, guys.
It's okay, Ben. Well, now to a string of burglaries and break-ins that have neighbors on alert and sharing information with each other in 3 Oakland County communities.
There are separate police investigations underway in Birmingham, Beverly Hills, and Royal Oak, and that's where we find Sean Lay tonight. Sean, they think more than one person is responsible.
Absolutely, and these are wake-up calls that neighbors certainly do not want to get, but they're waking up early in the morning, 5 a.m. to shattering glass, someone throwing a rock through the back door, a man letting himself in and then grabbing what he can, usually cash and jewelry. And at the same time, police in Birmingham are looking for this early morning prowler. They also have another problem on their hands with some daytime burglaries that have struck again. Neighbors in Birmingham, Beverly Hills, and Royal Oak on high alert tonight as police try to track down this man, an early morning prowler, who yesterday could be seen swiping a generator from behind a home in Royal Oak. But in Birmingham and Beverly Hills, he's been throwing large rocks through back doors to get inside and grab cash, all while people are sleeping inside.
This is a very quiet, I guess you can call it a cul-de-sac.
He's hit so far 3 times in Birmingham. Beverly Hills police say he's hit twice there and yesterday in Royal Oak. It's the time of day, around 4, 5, even 5:30 in the morning, that has people worried. Even Atkitt's Pies at 13 in Southfield got a rock through their window, and their donation jar for a child with cancer was taken. But also in Birmingham, police there aren't just looking for the prowler. They want to track down these men, broad daylight burglars, hitting a home here on Wallace in recent days and then striking again yesterday. They were once seen driving a black Kia Sorento. Yesterday, a pickup truck was used.
But I want the neighbors and everyone to be aware to maybe have more of a neighborhood watch and help each other out.
Police in all 3 areas sharing details and photos, trying to track and catch the prowler and those burglars.
We're going to share information, and other departments are going to share information with us.
You know, late yesterday, Birmingham police put out a long alert to its neighbors and residents there in Birmingham saying, lock up, leave lights on if you have a security system, double check, make sure it's on. But bottom line, they said the big picture was they want neighbors to know that these 2 guys are out there, at least the one crew, the daytime burglary crew, Devin, and then also this early morning prowler that struck in at least 3 places already. Back to you.
Well, the 3 places you mentioned, any other communities, though, reporting anything like this?
So as far as the prowler goes, the guy in the early morning hours going through the backs of homes, Southfield now picking up some cases. They're looking to see if he is coming through their area as well. If so, if they confirm some of those cases, that'll make the 4th community that this guy has been hitting in recent days.
Yeah. Okay, Sean.
Two Livingston County high schools are coping with the loss of students tonight after a terrible car wreck shut down I-96 for several hours last night. That accident happened at the Williamston Road exit. Two teenage girls were in the car, one a student at Howell High School, the other a student at Brighton High School, which is where Mara McDonald is live tonight. Mara, this is just awful. How did it happen?
Well, here's what police are telling us, Kimberly. You know, both of these girls, they go to different high schools, but they play on the same hockey team, the Meyer girls ice hockey team that's based out of Lansing. And both girls in the same car on their way to hockey practice last night in Lansing when all of this happened. State police are telling us it appears that for some reason they lost control of their vehicle. So they're on 96, they lose control of the car, it goes into the median, hits a tree, rolls over again, and then hits another tree. The force of this wreck shut down the freeway for several hours yesterday. Now, we know the identity of both of these students. However, Brighton High School has not sent home anything to parents alerting them to the identity of that student. Police haven't released it yet, so we're not going to be the ones to release it. However, Howell High School has. They sent home a letter to parents alerting them to the situation and letting them know that junior Juliana Ward Brown was one of those who was killed in this car accident. State police are telling us they have absolutely no reason to believe that alcohol was any sort of factor in this case, and both of these girls did have their seatbelts on. We're live in Brighton tonight at Brighton High School. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Just absolutely heartbreaking, Mara. Thanks.
Some heartbreaking testimonies well today from the mother of a Garden City high school student killed in a drive-by shooting. 21-year-old Sharnia McCoy and 25-year-old Erica Osborne were sentenced today for the murder of Reginald Robinson. As Coco McAvoy shows us, both young women told Reginald's mother they are sorry for what they did, but both are going to prison for a long time.
This is a very sad story. We're talking about a 17-year-old boy named Reginald Robinson who had a very bright future. And today, the two women responsible for his murder were sentenced, but first, they had to face his family.
This is case number 17-004155.
It was an emotional day in court as the two women responsible for the murder of 17-year-old Reginald Robinson were sentenced.
Every time I would close my eyes, I would see my son laying on that cold ground in a puddle of blood.
Robinson's mother spoke about the loss she feels after the actions of Sharnia McCoy and Erica Osborne last February.
You two young ladies took my son from me. You ladies had no idea what my son meant to me.
Robinson was at a store with a friend on Detroit's west side when someone made a comment about McCoy and Osborne's bodies. Shortly after, McCoy pulled up outside of the store in an SUV, and Osborne pulled the trigger, killing Robinson on the spot.
She's seen on surveillance video driving her blue Ford Explorer and doing a U-turn to put the car in a position where her passenger could take aim.
Robinson's mother told the two exactly how she feels about them.
You are a monster. You are malicious. You are outrageous. You was non-remorseful. It was a senseless murder.
Both McCoy and Osborne apologized before sentencing.
I just wanted to make sure that the family knows that I am sorry. I apologize for my actions, you know, whether you accept it or not, I apologize for my actions.
The two of them were walked out of the courtroom in handcuffs, McCoy with her head down and Osborne waving to family. Both will now spend more than a decade in prison for murder. Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
All right, Coco. McCoy was sentenced to serve 16 to 40 years in prison. Osborne was sentenced to 27 to 50 years.
You can now count Livonia among the cities taking action to address the opioid crisis head on. City council members recently voted to join a lawsuit against manufacturers of opioids. Larry Spruill spoke with city leaders about the growing problem, and Larry, they seem really serious about it.
Serious indeed, Kimberly. I spoke to the city attorney. He tells me there have been more deaths happening recently, and honestly, they're just fed up. That's why now they're cracking down on it. The city of Livonia is the newest city to join a potential lawsuit against manufacturers of opioids.
You know, these are national corporations with, billions in dollars in revenue every year, and much of it related to opioid prescriptions.
City Attorney Donald Knapp Jr. tells me those big companies are not wanted or even welcome in the city of Livonia. Knapp says they have seen a rise in opioid-related deaths recently.
Prior to 2015, you saw, well, between 2012 and 2015, you saw about an average of 40 overdoses per year or less. In 2016, that number rose to 68, and in 2017, the number was 86.
Now, the new legislation states the city of Livonia has the authority to take action and adopt rules and laws to provide for the public peace and health for the safety of people living in the city.
So we're trying to recover the costs that our first responders see in having to respond to these overdoses that we believe are directly related to the practices of drug manufacturers and distributors.
And the attorney tells me the next step now is to file that legislation with federal court. We're live tonight, Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Definitely a major problem that deserves major attention. Larry, thank you. Devin?
A new era in Allen Park officially underway as the Lions introduce Matt Patricia as their new head coach today. Bernie, live at Lions HQ. How's the sugar in the Kool-Aid this time around, Bernie?
It's fat-free, sugar-free. You know that. Come on. Matt Patricia in the house, signed, sealed, and ready to lead the Lions. We've got highlights of Patricia, who, as you know, came over from New England. Very personal guy, finished a whirlwind press conference, said hello to everybody, was very nice. He says so much is made of his Patriots connection and Bill Belichick. He says he can only be one person.
I'll say this, there's only one Coach Belichick. That's it. He's amazing. He's in New England. I'm Matt Patricia. I'm kind of my own person. I'm my own guy. I got my own style. But I certainly will take all those lessons that I learned from how to teach and coach and the fundamental beliefs that, that we had in New England, which I think are strong.
All right, that's Matt Patricia. Back later with more on Patricia and General Manager Bob Quinn. He also checks in. Kids, back to you.
All right, Bert, we love that he put the pencil in.
Love it. That's right. And can't wait for him to grow the beard back as the season goes
along. It's a good start.
Is there really something in the air that could make people behave badly?
Ahead in good health, the new research claiming air pollution is affecting our minds as well as our bodies. And here's Rod.
In the battle between an intern and a city council member.
Because they don't want me asking questions.
I think it's something that definitely had to be done. The city council member loses a job. How is this possible? We'll let you know.
Welcome back. In one southeast Michigan city, a popular elected official just got tossed from the city council in controversial fashion. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live tonight in Walled Lake with the story. Rod, good evening to you. I guess what brought all this on?
Well, it's really bare-knuckle politics here, Kimberly. That's the best answer. 7,000 residents in a town 2 square miles around. But things have gone a little bit awry here in that a city council, now former city council member, was pitted against a city-employed intern. Retired grandmother and admitted contrarian Susan Helke lost her council seat February 1st.
I think it's a terrible thing to do to the city.
Her nemesis, 23-year-old Oakland Community College student Miranda Gross. She wouldn't speak on camera. But Gross filed a complaint with the city after Helke allegedly used this phrase in her direction in front of residents and staff after a meeting about a year and a half ago. Mayor Linda Ackley.
When you call people silly twits, yes, that is very degrading.
Never, never. I wouldn't call anyone that.
Gross filed a hostile work environment complaint against Helke and in an affidavit said, quote, although I am youthful looking, I am not a juvenile and I prefer not to be treated as such by any elected official. The offensive, unwanted, demeaning, humiliating conduct originally complained about came in the form of classless questioning by council member Helke, end quote.
Violation of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 because of the gender bias.
But no one involved believes that Helke asked for a date or mentioned anything about her gender. Yet after a long investigation and considerable debate, the city council voted 5-1 to remove Helke.
It was not political on my part.
I had almost 400 people vote for me, and I think that they've been disenfranchised, disrespected.
Now, Helke did write an apology letter to Gross, but she and other council members believed it was not a genuine apology. So Helke says now that she's considering a court challenge and will continue her political activism. Council voted a previous council member onto the council to replace Helke just last night. Reporting live in Wall Lake, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, to good health we go. The health effects of air pollution, pretty obvious, but what about the psychological effects?
Dr. McGeorge is here with a new study from the University of Michigan linking air pollution to unethical behaviors here.
Yeah, this might seem a little unusual, actually. So the researchers looked at 9 years of EPA pollution data, and they correlated that with crime statistics from the FBI. They controlled for all kinds of things, demographics, law enforcement levels, and poverty rates. Well, the analysis found high levels of air pollution in a county predicted high incidence of crime. So the researchers actually followed this up with an experiment where participants were shown photos of polluted and unpolluted areas, and then they were observed when doing an activity where they could cheat. Turns out, people who were shown the polluted photos were more likely to cheat.
So what exactly did the researchers think causes pollution to affect morality?
Well, there's actually been a lot of research on this, believe it or not. And while the biological mechanism isn't completely fleshed out, there's a bunch of theories that include, first of all, the physical discomfort of pollution could trigger a psychological response, or maybe pollution possibly has an effect on brain chemistry. There's researchers that think pollution could cause hormonal changes. But in either case, the link between pollution and crime does seem to be very real, and that points to some things that we might be able to do in our environment, obviously.
Exactly, something fixable in some ways. Yeah, fascinating. Right, Doc.
Thank you, Doc. Either that or walk around with a mask on, like
they do in South Korea. A lot of people with masks.
Show them pictures of 6 inches of snow and
see how that does to adjust your mental outlook, because here it comes.
It's going to test our patience, and you can sort of see it out of the Dakotas. It's sort of getting its act together, but that's our next snowmaker and the biggest one this week. This is why we've got the winter storm watch out. You can see that snow there in Montana and the Dakotas headed in our direction, and it's going to be here late Thursday night and then stretching through the day on Friday. We've got some activity on 4 Live radar now. Most of it's in the west part of the state, but you can see a couple of those flurries are now starting to stream into our west zone. It'll be just that. We're not looking for any accumulation out of that, but could be a few flakes out there tonight. By the way, with this morning's snow, we have now gotten over 40 inches of snow for the year, really for the season, and that is just about what we would typically get for an entire season of 42.7. Of course, we're going to blow that away as soon as this next snowmaker rolls in. So what do? You go skiing. That's what John did. He's up at Pine Knob, says bring it on. Or it will be brought, John, as we get into tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. 21 is our current temperature. We've got a 10-degree wind chill, but those winds are going to subside tonight. Clouds are also going to thin, so that means the temperatures drop, but at least the wind chills and the temperatures are going to be close together by tomorrow morning. So let's look at the timing of this next monster. We've got a few of those flakes around on Thursday evening. This is not the beginning of the system. That doesn't roll in here until about 1 a.m., starting in our south and west zones, and then start spreading through the area. 10 a.m., you can start to see that heavy band set up, and as of right now, that looks like it's mostly going to be in our south zone, but it's probably going to fluctuate. So we're going to have to really wait until this system gets a lot closer to find out where that band's going to be. But look at this moderate and even heavy snow through the second commute on Friday and even into the evening. So anywhere between 2 to 3 inches and maybe upwards of 8 inches is what we're expecting. But again, those numbers are going to change. This is a very dynamic system, and we'll be watching it as it gets closer to us. Lows tonight, all single digits. 8 in Detroit. South zone, we'll see those numbers between 3 and 7. But remember, with lighter winds, wind chills are pretty much going to feel like the air temperatures. So at least we got that going for us. 3 to 7 there in our west zone, and our north zone not much different with single digits above 0. High temperatures hitting 22 in the afternoon tomorrow. And then in that 7-day forecast, we have yet another chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday. That one's going to be a lot less, probably about 1 to 2 inches, but we'll be watching that very carefully. That's all you can do.
Which will feel like just flurries by then.
Right.
Yeah.
Bernie's up next with sports. Stay with us. All right, I can't wait for this guy to bring back the beard, but I really like his demeanor so far.
Yeah, really fine start, we thought, Bernie.
I thought he cleaned up nicely, too, didn't you think? And the big question really is, can he lead this Lions team to places they have never been before? He just might, and he might just do it with a sense of humor.
I'm going to get comfortable here for a second. Hang on. Okay, fire away.
There you go, the always trusty pencil for Matt Patricia, 6 years as defensive coordinator in New England. Longtime friends with Bob Quinn. Patricia spoke with us, and we started with the clean look he was sporting. When was the last time your hair was this short and you were this clean cut?
I started training camp. This is kind of I start over every year. So we finished the season, Sunday, and so starting another one.
And when's the last time you had a suit on?
That would be traveling out to the Super Bowl last week.
Because you look good. You cleaned up nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I prefer shorts, but this is kind of more appropriate.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, what Sunday, getting over that, what happened there in Minneapolis and stuff, is that defense coming here?
I mean, that's the New England Patriots defense, so those guys are going to stay in New England. I'm not going to be able to bring those guys here. Look, Sunday was it is what it is. It was a long, hard day. It was, some of it's obviously great. It's great to be a part of that, and obviously disappointing the way it ended. But right now, for me, it's all about moving forward. I'm excited to be here. Just got in town and start working here.
Are you freaking out just a little bit because believe it or not, you're a head coach in the NFL? I don't know if anyone has told you.
Yeah, I mean, once in a while, I pull myself outside of myself, and I'm kind of looking what's going on, and I really can't believe it. But currently, at the moment, I'm just trying to stay focused.
All right, there you go. There's your new head coach. We also chatted with General Manager Bob Quinn today. He chats with the media very infrequently, as you know, but he made it clear he and Patricia are going to do this as one.
It's really going to be, me and him joined at the hip, trying to get this thing moving.
Yeah, you win a Super Bowl, that's it. You're good, right?
I'm not going to use those two words, but
Why, they don't let you? Is that marketing? Is that
no
trademark?
No, that's not trademark. I just think we're going to try to improve this team day in and day out, and Matt's going to put a really good stamp on the coaching department and try to get us to try to win as many games as we can each year and compete for championships.
All right, there you go, Bob Quinn. Michigan 18th, Michigan State 34th, ESPN college football rankings and recruiting, and the Pistons home tonight against the Nets. Kids, we're done. See ya.
Well, Bernie, one quick question. Looks like your man, James Robert Cooter, is sticking around as the offensive coordinator.
That is exactly right. Yeah, I think Matthew Stafford putting the stamp of approval down probably sealed that deal. Yep, James Robert Cooter will be your offensive coordinator. Patricia did announce that.
Yeah. All right, Bern.
Okay, thank you, Bern. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
NBC Nightly News is coming up next. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here tonight for Local 4 News at 11.